Hey there, number two, part two. I cut you off by saying, hey, that's weird, ain't it? I should have said just bye, but hey is buying the world of YouTube with very little editing. Actually, just zilch, none. But we're back. Look, I'm halfway through. We're to the point now we're fixing to do the small strings. I got those, just a little bit high, tuned up a little high. That way we can mess around. This is why I say just do them one at a time, though, because see, the closer you keep all the tensions, you can just change the strings. Not have to do nothing crazy. If you're gonna take them all off, plan on doing a cleaning, do your fret work or something because it does. It takes longer. And like tonight, I'm gonna try to reset the springs. The last time I tried to do it, I failed, and I don't know what I did wrong. They didn't really do right, and I think I ended up just resetting them back down, which is, it's not like I couldn't stand it the way it was. It just could have been a little better, and it ain't like I gave this thing a proper setup. I bought this from a friend of mine. I'm going to mention his name, Mr. Ben Barnwell. Thank you for this. Ben was kind enough to hit me up 3 years in a row. In the third year, I bought this guitar, and I was almost apprehensive. It's nothing against Ben. It's just, as you see, I have guitars. I really wasn't sure if Schecter was going to be the brand for me on Floyd's. Uh, I had played quite a few of the single, double style guitars and thought they were just excellent. They got a purple transparent. Uh, I'll call it a double cutaway. It's an Omen, I think, but it's just a step down. It's got I think a stop tailpiece or something. I don't remember, but it had a purple translucent color, and it played just as nice, man. It was gorgeous, and I don't think it was $450 at Guitar Center, brand new. And I really still wish that I had bought that guitar, but I didn't. I refrained from buying guitars. Big G would go with me to the guitar store and say, well, I would have bought that guitar, but I got so many. There's already too many guitars in the world. Don't take it the wrong way when I say there's too many people in this world. Because if there's too many guitars in this world, cheap or expensive, there's too many people. And I ain't saying we should, do anything ugly. I'm just saying a lot of the problems we have is because we make too much of everything, and then we realize, oh, well, that's bad. Plastic, paper, cars, guitars, houses, toilet paper. Jeez, let's bring that up. You know, just complicate everything. I don't understand. This takes forever. Let's see when it comes off. Then all you gotta do is loosen the bolt. And see, with this being this don't have titanium blocks and it don't have titanium screws. These are just, I think they're specials, not a 1000er. And dare I say, it matters. The price matters too, because you can get a bridge for $100 and it'll be fine. But you will probably need to put some JB Weld in a couple spots, and within a few years you will have to replace the blocks with titanium and probably these screws, at least the ones that bolt the block into the string back to the bridge, because these parts and those parts, they wear out. And if they strip, you will have to buy this part. It's a total of 3 pieces: the bolt, the saddle, and the block. And then if you want to get jiggy with it, you have to buy these itty bitty Allen bolts as well. But by the time you get to this point, you're going to have to spend either $100 to get somebody to help you get it back intonated properly, or you're going to have to learn how to intonate it yourself. YouTube can show you. You know, it's not a dead-end world if that happens. It can be done. But just know in your heart that this work will need to be done. And that's the other reason why I was just a little apprehensive about buying this guitar, because after I spent, it was $280 for the Flamey Ibanez one to get a new bridge, and then I waited a year because of the price, and I paid to get somebody to work on it. Brody did such a good job with Flamey, I decided to take it back to him for Erie, which was my Jackson guitar. And it's basically like a super strat, right? But man, it's amazing what he can do in an hour. It takes 2.5 hours for me to drive from my house to his house, and in less than an hour, that guitar is better than it ever was, brand new. And that's how it is when you get a hold of a guy that understands guitars. Like, I don't mean just play them, because he could smoke. I mean, he could smoke a guitar, guys. He understands how to play one, and he understands the fundamentals of what makes a guitar comfortable to play. Oh wow, I couldn't have done that again if I tried. That was so cool. I rung it. That is so cool. I wrung the hole from the nut. Boy, if John Jernigan was here. That sounds just like something he would think was funny. Man, by the time you get through changing strings on a Floyd Rose guitar, you are tired of changing strings, I'm telling you. And that's the thing too, you know, they always tell you have to stretch your strings, and they are so right. But here's the other thing, you have to stretch your strings enough. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, I guess. Okay. All right, that was nice and easy. We're already on our last string. So, there's an awkward moment of silence there. Last old string. Mess on the floor, mess on the table. I've got a bunch of stuff I need to do. I'm kind of wanting to take that Squire Strat, that out of the world thing, put some strap holders on it and some strap buttons, and somewhere I've got a set of strap locks, and get that thing to where I can drag it out, because it's a beater, man. I could use that. It's got the whammy bar. Literally, I could beat the crap out of it, right? It's got 14 coats of clear on it, so it's time to beat on that thing and show it out. It only took 3 years. I got to thank you guys, myself included, for just just being there for one, because you guys being there and just me wanting to be here made me want to do that. And that guitar sat in a box literally for at least 2 years, maybe even more. And now I look forward to taking it to a show. I really want to play something special on it. The guys, we talk about it every get together, which is, about once every couple of months at least, because we do play. And every once in a while they'll talk about wanting to do the song that I would love to do, and that's Bridge of Sighs. The older I get, the more I want to play that song. And I don't have any reason except that it's just a cool song. But it's, for whatever reason, the song doesn't hit on the band members like it hits on me today. And I get it, because I didn't even know who Robin Trower was. It was just the guy I heard about through another friend, right? Well, then you hear a song and you understand why that guy said, dude, you gotta listen to that, man. You sound like that guy. And you're like, okay, whatever. And then you finally hear it and you're like, yeah, I see where he's coming from. So, that's all. And the band, they just haven't had that epiphany with the song. And you can't blame them, man. Music doesn't affect the whole band at once. And it might never affect them. So, you gotta look for songs that hit. That's where I keep reminding them I'd like to do like The Wind Cries Mary, or, some of that 70s Stratocaster stuff. But there's a million songs. We got some good stuff coming up when we play Baxley. The night after I play with Annabeth, I'll be going to Baxley with Karma's Child. And boy, we got some new stuff for them. At least one cool new song. See, this is where it gets kind of confusing. I already had this thing off. And see, it already flutters too much now. But the only way to show you is to just suck it up and show you what I'm trying to tell you. Now, don't argue with me. I know what I'm doing. It's okay. We'll take this off and I'll show you. One of you guys out there between now and 2040, whatever, when I'm gone, might watch this and find one of these guitars, because it's, old by then. It'll be decrepit and they won't know how to do one of these. Matter of fact, they'll have to get somebody to make the strings for them. I'm just kidding. But I mean, who knows? All right, so you take the cover off, right? You see these guys? I'm going to have to go and reset this. That's just a shame. All right. I wonder how long these screws are. Watch the spring pop out. Yeah. Changing strings. Get my little tuner real quick. I think I have one over here somewhere. Outside still? Yeah. So, I thinking we're about done here, folks. I'm not going to sit here and drag on. I know every once in a while, I'm just going to have to do these, and I'm going to do them periodically. I'll do them on any guitar because somebody out there don't know how to do it. But this one's done. Once again, great little 20. They're probably $35,000 right now because, you know, economics. This right here, good luck finding that. Musician's Friend, I think, sells them. You can find them on Amazon. I think there's probably $8. They're probably about $8,000 now because of, you know, economics. Such a great thing. You can use these on any drill. You don't necessarily have to buy this. This just fits in my little box here, which has too much stuff in it. We'll go ahead and we'll put the cover on it, and I'll bring another video up in a few. That way you guys can maybe hear it tonight.
Yeah. Yeah? Why? I got to go next door and help him. Why would you push me?
I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere. Time don't matter to me. I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's nowhere else I wanna be. Yeah. I want to thank Frankie for almost killing himself at my house and leaving this because it fits all my guitar screws. I'll never hire you again. But I really like your screwdriver. It's Pittsburgh, which tells me you bought it from Harbor Freight and you probably couldn't afford it. I won't say why. Needless to say, don't come back to my yard. You're not welcome. So, she's fluttering, but maybe not so crazy. And the last but not least, these are the first things you will have to take off. There's a block, and a screw. And as with all of these locking things that lock your strings in, you'll really want to lock them as tight as you're scared to lock them. Because if you're just a little loose, strings will pop right out. And all your 30 minutes, 45 minutes worth of effort and time will be have wasted away. Not so much on these, but down here where those strings lock, pretty important stuff. And I had to learn that because the first one that I ever had pop out popped right in my face. So there. Viola. Ooh, that's kind of cool. This guitar really has nice action. Considering I paid such a wonderful price. Ben, I appreciate this instrument. I really do. It's really nice. I might not play it for a few weeks, but as soon as I pick it up, about can't put it down. So there's Viola, brand new strings. Thanks for watching. I'll probably upload another one later on. It won't be long, but it will be one. Good night. Good evening.